Hey everyone, Eileen here from Eileen David Creations, and I want to welcome you to my craft room. And today we are making this really cute, oops, it's upside down, candy, Christmas candy wall decor. So let's get to making this down here. The materials we're going to need are this 14-inch wreath form, this 21-inch Deco Mesh. Hi Joanna, thanks for watching. And we're also going to need these 6 ribbons. I have 3 that are 2.5 inch and 3 that are 1.5 inch, and I'll show you them to you when we make our bow. We're also going to need some white chenille stems. There's several in here. I just cut them all in half. Hi Sherry. And we're going to need, for our bow, we're going to need two pieces of wire. This is 26 gauge wire. I'll use that later. And the tools we're going to need are just a nice sharp pair of scissors. No, excuse me, I have something stuck in my throat. Hi Ashley. Okay, so first let's take this tag off the form. This form is actually from Dollar Tree, so it's very inexpensive. And the Deco Mesh wreath, I really don't remember where I got it. It was from last year, when after the season when everything was like 70–80% off. So you want to watch out for that this year. Hi Deborah. Hi Bien. So what we want to do is take this out, unravel this, and we want to measure about 10 inches from the end and then gather it. Just loosely gather it like this. This is going to be the part that sticks out like the candy wrapper. So you just want to gather it together. Hi Jane, thank you. Hi Angie. So, and when you're going to do the first ones, you want to, hang on, let me turn this down so you guys can see what I'm doing. That would be helpful. There, that's much better. Okay. So you want to look for these cross wires. That way when we attach it, it's not going to slip around back and forth. So we're going to attach it to the very outside. Let's attach the chenille stem first. Ooh, I don't know why, but I'm kind of nervous today, guys. Maybe because I've only made this thing once, and making it for you guys again today, it's like I better remember how I did that. But I was so excited, it came out so cute that I just wanted to share with you guys. So again, we have our 10-inch tail that's hanging out. We're going to put this, attach it to the form, and give it a couple of good twists. And then just gather this together. It doesn't have to be so tight. And again, make another, try another chenille stem here. And attach that. So that's the first one. And then what we're going to do is roughly measure another 10 inches here, and we're going to cut straight across. And I think the trick to keeping the raveling of the Deco Mesh, because there's no way you can totally 100% prevent this from raveling, but to minimize that as much as possible is to cut straight. You kind of want to go with one of the mesh here, so you're cutting slowly. Oh, there. So that's the first part. And we're actually going to do this 3 times. And then the rest of the ones we're just going to wrap around. So that's the first one. Let's go ahead and add chenille stems on both sides. Okay, again, the same thing. We're going to measure out 10 inches. Hi, Deborah, thanks. Okay. So 10 inches again. Twist it. And then what I decided to do with the first one, so this won't slide around since it's not against a cross beam here, take one of your chenille stems and twist it onto one of the first ones, so it's kind of stuck to it. That way it'll stay. And then again, put this here. And you kind of want the middle part to have just a little bit of a poof to give your candy like a 3D effect. And then put this here next to the other one. And again, twist one of the chenille stem from the second one onto the first one so it stays together. And again, cut off approximately 10 inches. You can always adjust it later. Cut it shorter if you need to. And then for the third one, you want to put it on the other side. So I'm just going to turn it over this way so that it's on the other side of the first one that we made. Just repeat that process, starting with the chenille stem. So as you jump in, I would really love it if you guys told me where you're from. I'd like to see how far our reach is. And if you have any friends that you would think that would like this, please feel free to share. And also, if you share, it'll be on your timeline so you can watch it again later. So 10 inches again. Attach. Hi, Jeanette from Virginia. Welcome. Oh, hi, Cindy from New York. That's cool. Okay, so we're collecting chenille stems right here, bunched together, but that's okay because that is going to be covered by our ribbon. Cool, Deborah from Kentucky. Hi, Missy from Alabama. Welcome. Okay, so that's the third and final one that we're doing with the tails. The rest we're doing is just going to be back and forth. So you can kind of see the candy form starting to take hold. So let's go ahead and attach some more chenille stems. I think at this point we're going to need 3 or 4 going back and forth to fill out each side. So all we need to do is just gather it in maybe about 1 or 2 inches and just stick Stick it in there. And don't worry about it being neat because like I said, it's going to be covered with a ribbon, the bow. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Susan. Okay. So if you don't know, I am from Northern California. And yesterday the weather here was raining cats and dogs. And today it's really bright and shiny and not a cloud in the sky. So that's California for you. That's a California November. But it is getting a little bit chilly, which is nice. Okay, so we're just twisting again and then attaching the chenille stem to the previous one. And then instead of cutting it, we're just going to turn it around and attach another chenille stem here. And just keep going around gathering. This is very similar, this style is very similar to a pumpkin wall decor that I do, except of course the pumpkin doesn't have the tails, but this is the same method I use to make them go back and forth to fill the form. Go. And just adjust the middle as you go to make sure you're getting a nice form. Attach another stem here. Is that Mina? Hi, Janice. Yep. Very similar. This is what prompted me to do this, is my pumpkin ones. It's like, I bet if we did that with tails, it'll look like candy. So I have to reattach that when it came loose. So keep going back. Hi, Lisa. So, oops. So how are you all doing? Are you guys getting ready for Thanksgiving? Getting ready for some Black Friday shopping? Can't believe how the stores are all getting all their Black Friday sales out already. And if anybody is interested, Michael's is having a really, really good sale today. 70% off a lot of the stuff. One or two. I'm only attaching the chenille stem to the very outer piece here, and then attaching it to the last chenille stem to keep them all stuck together. These things tend to snag. Okay, next one. You think so, Deborah? Sometimes I wish they would too, because, well, it doesn't seem like their Black Friday isn't only on Friday anymore, because it's like almost seems like the whole month they're trying to get us to like better and better deals earlier and earlier. Keep forgetting to attach this chenille stem. Okay, sure, almost done. Maybe two more rows on this side. And then we'll go to the other side. So as you can see, it's not that difficult, and it's not that time consuming. You just gotta deal with this Deco Mesh. Okay, last one. Yeah, I don't believe in the stores being open on Thanksgiving Day. I don't think that's good. Only thing that's good is when the grocery stores, because there's always something that we forget and we need to send somebody out to get, you know, butter or something crucial that we need for Thanksgiving dinner. Usually it is butter. Okay. And then twist that with the last. Okay, so after that, you go ahead and cut about 2 inches or so, and might want to twist a bunch of these together. You can see here's the first side. And we're going to do the same thing. What I think I'll do is I'll go ahead and attach a bunch of chenille stem first. So I think I'll do 4 on each side. Let's see how that goes. Or 3 and 3. The wreath form is 14 inches, Susan. Hey, Jan. Okay, so I've twisted 3 chenille stems to each one so that it should make it go a little bit quicker. Like I said, this is the officially the second time I've made this wreath, so. Okay, so we're gathering again, just 2 inches. Thanks, Julie. And twisting it onto the form with the chenille stem. And then we're going to take that and attach it. Twist the chenille stems with the previous chenille stem so they're stuck together. They're attached. And then just gather. Pull and attach to this one. Yeah, I think putting the chenille stems on first before you do each row is definitely a better way to go. Then again, attach this to that. You can do just the one of the stems. Then when you pull it and gather the Deco Mesh, you kind of want to make sure there's not too lumpy. Get another one. Yeah, that's a little lumpy there. Okay, so twist that and then attach it to the previous one. Okay, I think 2 more and we're done with this part. back this way again. And should be able to do one more, maybe two. And also, when you gather your Deco Mesh, I try to keep the edges towards the bottom. Yep, that's what it's supposed to be, Minute. Thanks. Thanks, Jeanette. It's our Christmas candy wall decor. Let's see if this will be enough. Nope, we're going to need to do one more after this. Keeps slipping off. I think that's good. So cut off. Before I cut it, I want to make sure. Adjust the gathers. Make sure you don't need another row, because it's easier to do another row before you cut it. Then cut it and find out you have to redo another one. I think it's good. So I'm just twisting all the chenille stems together and kind of getting it out of the way. So we used up most of the Deco Mesh. This is all we have left. And then just leave that there. And there is a candy. Isn't that cute? So next we're going to put this aside, and we're going to make two terry bows using our Pro Bow the hand. So this is my Pro Bow the hand. I have the large model, and if you can order this if you want from probowthehand.com. And it's super, super handy to have when you're making bows. And once you get it, and there is kind of a learning curve. It took me a while when I got it before I actually was proficient at it. But my advice to you is don't give up. Just keep at it and don't give up. So what we're going to do, this is our first ribbon. Really cute. Stripes with green dots. And the reason I chose this ribbons is because of this one. This one had candy on them, and it was red, green, and white. Actually has, yeah, two colors of green. So I picked all the rest of the ribbons based on that one. And we're going to use 6 of them to make this terry bow. First you cut your dovetail, and I have the Pro Bow the hand set on the B row, which is 6 inches. So we're going to make a 6-inch terry bow, and a terry bow basically is making each bow I don't know how to explain it, but it's really cute. It has bows and each bow has a tail. And they have great tutorials on probowthehand.com or YouTube. Just search Probow the Hand or Terry Bow if you want a detailed step-by-step instruction. And they have it from this point of view. So it looks like it'll be from your point of view, because the way I have it right now, it's going to be upside down to you. But this is going to be the right side of the bow, and this is the back side. So you're going to bend your wire in half. Again, this is a 26 gauge wire. And we have, I measured a tail from the middle of the back spool to the end spool here. So it's approximately 6 inches. And just twirl it twice. So you have one wire going up and one wire going down. And I'm using a middle bow for the Terry bow, and I'm just twisting the 2 wires together. Oops, I want to keep it on there. Okay, so you have 1 wire going up and 1 wire going down. The wire that's going up, turn it around this finger clockwise, and then there's a nail here on the back. Just twirl the other wire around it and tuck it under out of the way. For the Terry bow, we're actually going to be using another wire. But before I do that, I'll go ahead and cut this other tail and dovetail that one too. So with the second wire, again, we're going to bend it in half. Hi, Tina. And then put it in between the ribbon and attach it to the back, twisting it really tight so you have another wire going up and another wire going down. So that's the first bow. The second ribbon is this really cute candy ribbon. It's red, just red and white. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure a tail from the middle to the B, and you just gather it. Keep that against the bottom dowel. And the trick with using Probow the Hand with any of their bows is you want to stack the ribbons on the bottom here really tight, and you want it to be right on top of each other. And then you want to twist it so that the pretty side of the ribbon is always facing this way. And then take the wires that's up and down, just twist it twice, and then cut the tail. You guys, I really don't think I'm explaining how to make the Terry bow very well, so I would suggest, if you're interested, and I think it really is a good idea to have a Probow the Hand, to go to YouTube and look up their videos. And I've actually made one of the bows already, so we just have to do this one, because I had a feeling I'm probably mangling the instructions for this, so I'll just go ahead and do it. So, and this bow design, I'm using the 3 ribbons that are 1.5 inches towards the middle, and the ones that are 2.5 inches are going to be towards the outside of the ribbon, of the bow, rather. So now we're using this one. And it's a little bit tricky at first when you have the Pro Bow, but like I said, once it clicks, and it will click, you can do it pretty fast and pretty easily. This is just one of three bows that I know how to make using this Pro Bow the hand. So gather the tail, stack it to the bottom, wind the ribbon around this one, then gather, and then twist the ribbon so that the pretty side is facing out. And then when you get to the back, twist it again. I hold on to it. And then twist the wire twice. That holds it in place. And the last one, this is probably one of my most favorite ribbons right now. Look how pretty that is, guys. I think this is my last roll of this ribbon. Okay, so we're going to take that wire and twist it twice, cut this, dovetail. So once you have all the ribbons there, you want to pull the wire that you have wound it around and the one on the bottom. What I usually do is I use my thumb and I press the ribbons together so that they get squished in more. And I twist those two wires together. That'll hold them. So right now you have four ribbons, not four ribbons, but four wires sticking out the bottom. And you can take two of them together and just twist them. Then you remove it from that's what it looks like. And the Pro Bow the hand also has it's called a fluff box, where you can attach your bow to that you've made so that you can fluff it with both your hands free. But what I've done is I've actually put a eye hook in the middle of this, and that's what I've been using. So I'm just gonna put the wires through this, and then wind it around the nail in the back here, and then stand up my ribbon bows. Then we're just gonna separate the ribbon so that we'll make our bow. And what I usually try to do is make an X, starting from the bottom up. So the tails are out this way and the bows are this way. Then the next one. Susan, you can order them from probowthehand.com, or I believe they sell them in Amazon. They don't have them in any of the craft stores. They have to be, you need to order them online. But you won't regret it. It's such a handy tool to have. So just make your X's. And then the final one, since it's just by itself, just kind of fluff it out. And then just shape your bow. Like to make sure that the tails and the bows, and how cute is that? Then you remove the wire, and there's our first bow. Isn't that cute? So the second one, as I said, I already made the bow. Already put it together, so we're just going to fluff it again. So attach it to the hook eye. Around the head. Yeah, I think I really need to get one of those fluff boxes. I think it'll be even better. There you go. And then you just fluff the bows, the tails. Did I mention to you guys all the ribbons are wired ribbons? I think that would have been handy for me to say in the beginning. They're all wire ribbons. That way you can form the tails and the bows to your liking. And the bows I kind of like to bend this way so they look a little bit nicer. So there's our second bow. Move that from there. This. Okay, so we have our two bows. Let's get our candy back in here. There's our candy. And all we need to do is attach our bows. See on the back of the bows you have four wires. And just pick two of them that want to stay together and just attach it and twist the wires in the back. Give it a nice couple of good twists, and then you can either cut off the excess, or what I like to do is I like to wind the excess wire around the wreath form to make sure that it stays put. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And as you can see, it perfectly covers up the white chenille stems that we were using. Okay. So I'm going to wind this wire around the wreath form. Do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the back. And another option that you can do too, if you like, and this is what I did with the first one I made. I have these 14-inch, they're called cake circles. I got it at Michael's. Don't forget to use your 50% off or 40% off coupon when buying that. And it's 14 inches, so it will fit perfectly inside here. That way, let's do it this way, so that you don't have to worry. This is what it looks like without it. I guess it really doesn't make much of a difference, and with it. So we'll keep it off. This is how the original one that I made, this is what it looks like on the back. Can you see? I just put a bead of hot glue all the way around so it stays put. And then I poked a hole here and attached a red chenille stem for the hanger. But this is pretty much it. Like I said, this is the back. And if you want, you can attach a hanger. And I would suggest attaching a hanger here on this side. Let's put one right now. Let's put a red one. Use one of the cross wires. And Just twist the chenille stem. And if you want to keep it from moving around, you can also run a bead of hot glue. Just put a little spot of hot glue there on top. Don't have my glue gun plugged in right now. And then after that, I think the last thing you need to do is just do a little bit of cleanup here at the ends with the Deco Mesh. It's going to start unraveling. Instead of cutting it, I found that if you just pull gently the ones that were starting to come out and leave this like a longer fringe, that way the rest won't come apart. That's easier. But there you go. But that's our Christmas candy wall decor. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm planning another live video sometime Monday or Tuesday next week, and then that'll be it until after Thanksgiving. But stay tuned, because after Thanksgiving I plan to have a surprise for you guys. So stay tuned, and if you haven't already, I would love it if you gave my page a like and a follow. Thank you for all the hearts, guys. And like I said, if you would like this live video on your page, you can share it and it'll stay there, and you can rewatch it when you're ready to make your own candy wall decor. Okay, everyone, I think I'm gonna go. I'm getting tongue-tied here. So have a good rest of the day, and I will see you next time. Bye.